Hi, David Choate, aka Wahoo Dad from the Internet Boards and from Seeker Rods. Standing here with Darren from Seeker Rods, Darren Dohe, and I'm going to give a little seminar on how to hook up your salami baits and how to fish them. I'm going to start off here. I've got here a Super Seeker 2x4. It looks like a big giant hook. Big hook, big fish. So I'm going to use a big bait. So I'm going to use a 10-0 7691. I've got it tied directly to my fluorocarbon leader, and I got my Okuma mackerel here that's spooled up with a 130-pound test. I'd like to talk a little bit more about what I have here. I've got an Okuma mackerel 30. I've got it loaded with a 130-pound test Spectra. I made my top shot. It's fluorocarbon. I'm using Seagar Premier 130-pound test. I don't want to use my light rig here. 130-pound test, 150-pound test is not too big. Either 130 or 150 because I'm after cows here. I'm fishing for big fish. I'm fishing for that 435-pounder. So this here is the rig that I would use. I straight tie. Anytime you go 130-pound test and higher, if you like, you can crimp the hook on. I've just found that I'm able to tie the knot just fine. And this rig here, it with the Super Seeker 2x4, it's going to be all I need for a 130-pound test. It's going to be able to handle the load. I'm going to be able to swing when it comes time to swing, set that hook. I've got to pull that hook out of the bait and into the jaw of the tuna. I'm going to go over to the bait tank here. Now this is my favorite method. I've got a greenback mackerel here that works with greenbacks. Much better with a salami if you're down in the zone, the buffer zone down at Clarion Island. And my favorite way to hook these guys up is right there, right through the belly there. Now this seems really strange, but it works very well. The bait tends to dive down. And I was taught this by Rollo and Brian Kiyahara, Rollo Hine and Brian Kiyahara on the Royal Polaris back on my very first trip. At that point, I'm not going to cast this thing out. I'm going to walk over to the rail, I'm going to drop it down into the water with my thumb on the spool, put it into free spool, and as that bait starts to go around in a circle, when it goes away from the boat, I let my thumb go and it swims away. Now you'd like to think that it's going to go that way. Don't think that. Be ready to move left, be ready to move right. Just like follow your fish, follow your bait. Well, the ideal thing is for my bait to go down and swim down 100 feet. I like them when they really go at a good clip. Another thing that I like about hooking them up this way, as unnatural as it seems, when I bring this thing back up like this and short pump it, it spins upside down. You get a lot of bites on the retrieval this way. I have no idea why, but they like to bite it that way. I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple other ways that I hook up these mackerel. These mackerel are courtesy of 5 Star and the Intrepid. They were caught down in Mexico. A little worse for wear and tear by now. My next favorite place, right there, back by the anal fin. That there, the bait swims down. Next method, I'm going to roll them over. Maybe it's daylight and fish are boiling around a little bit. I'm going to hook them right back there like the guys do on the kite baits. Hook them right up like that. He's going to tend to stay on the surface that way. Also, the hook is hidden. They can't see. They're looking from down below. So they're going to not see the hook. They're going to come up and want to bite that. Last but not least, right back there. Just above where we did the anal hook, but up on top. And that concludes salami mackerel.